Greetings! You're listening to the audio series Bride by Chance, an intriguing saga of love, betrayal, hope, and despair. Only on the Ace FM with your host Aruna Jha and the creator and writer of this series, Manoj. In the last episode, we learned that Roshni was adopted by the Taneja family. The biological daughter of the family, Kanika, was engaged as a child to the heir of the wealthy and powerful Kukreja family. However, the young heir had met with a car accident 15 years ago and was paralyzed from the waist down. Fearing that the Kukrejas might destroy them, the Tanejas dared not break off the engagement. Just before the wedding day, Kanika's mother, Purabi Taneja, reminded Roshni of the debt she owes to the family for all that they had done for her and ordered her to marry the paralyzed heir of the Kukreja family to save Kanika from a miserable future. Roshni was in a state of shock and not sure of what to do next. She could sever all ties with the Tanejas and escape the marriage, or she could sacrifice her future and go on with the marriage to repay the debt she owed the Taneja family. To know what Roshni chose to do, let us listen to the second episode of Bride by Chance, a Deep Conspiracy. Stop acting dumb, you drama queen. You very well understand what I'm asking you to do. I'm not going to buy your emotional shit. My decision is final. Come tomorrow morning, you will take the place of Kanika as the bride in the marriage ceremony and tie the knot with that crippled man. Roshni was stunned. It was now becoming clear to her that the Tanejas had adopted her for just this day. That all these years they were just pretending that they loved her and cared for her. Roshni realized that they had no such feelings for her, and all the emotions they had displayed were fake. She was not raised as a child, but reared as a cow, just to be sacrificed at an appropriate time. With the scheduled ceremony so close, were they throwing her like a piece of meat in front of the Kukrejas? She wondered. Actually, what Roshni was realizing was indeed true. Since the accident of the Kukreja family heir 15 years ago, the Tanejas had been scheming for a way out of this engagement. 10 years ago, they went to an orphanage and picked up Roshni from there. Let alone Roshni, no one had understood that this innocent 12-year-old girl had been adopted for just one purpose, so that one day she would save their own daughter Kanika from this eventual mismarriage. The plot was old and the conspiracy deep. The plan was executed so immaculately that Roshni was completely trapped now. Roshni couldn't believe that this was really happening. She thought she was in a bad dream that could end any time and she would be free from this misery. The nightmare didn't end, but a voice suddenly disrupted her pondering. Roshni, you're so beautiful. Just a little touch up and you're glowing like a full moon. I swear on God, you're looking like the most gorgeous bride the world has ever seen. Roshni was tall and blessed with a beautiful, curvaceous body, oozing oomph. Her carefully crafted face had a pinkish hue and a natural glow. Her smile could light up the darkest of nights. No man that ever had a glimpse of her could take her out of his mind. Her attitude was so simple and friendly that she could befriend anybody in minutes. Thank you, said Roshni to the stylist with a smile. But her stylist couldn't figure out the pain behind that smile. Nobody could penetrate the veil of calmness that she had put on. Only Roshni knew what was happening to her and what ominous things were on their way. Lost in her thoughts, Roshni adjusted her wedding dress and started walking towards the ceremonial hall. Her shoes were matching with her dress, but none of them were fitting her, as they were meant for Kanika. The shoes were a bit loose, and the blouse was a little too tight, emphasizing the ample curves of her bosom. And why not? She was just a last-minute replacement, an exhibit for the world, a convenient bride for the unknowing groom. The conspiracy was as old as the favors of the Taneja family, but the hurt was deeper than the depth of the connivance. Roshni could do two things: shout out to the world about the twistedness of the Tanejas, or quietly accept her fate and jump into the abyss of agony. To know what she did next, you will have to keep listening to the third episode of Bride by Chance, an intriguing story of love, filled with surprising twists at every turn. So stay tuned with me, Aruna Jha, and the creator and writer of this series, Manoj, only on the Ace FM.